So, should your environment adapt or change when your needs start changing? Obvious answer, ladies and gentlemen, yes, it should. All right. Now, if we do a quick illustration for you here on typical needs and aspirations during the time of your life and how your environment should change in order, and how it normally changes, how your needs are changing. So during your startup age, 19 to 25, the tertiary side, you're focused a lot on friends, relationships, love blooms, all those type of things. Your needs and aspirations typically are student accommodation. You might have student accommodation because you're going to study somewhere, payments for your studies or a bursary, affordable car, means of transport, all those type of things. After that, between the ages of 25 and 35, you're starting to focus a bit more on family, on more stable relationships, on a career. So your needs and your aspirations changes. You become a young professional. You want to start up a family maybe. So now you need a bit of a bigger family home. You're moving from student accommodation, starting your career, having an aspiration to move into something a bit bigger, at a more convenient location, maybe that suits you close to your job, or your working environment or whatever, or the kids for school, safety, lifestyle, entertainment. Those type of things are more important for you at that age of time. 35 to 50, here you are working on your financial growth. This is the time when most people are positioning themselves for financial stability going into the further future, building that independence, family wellness and growth. Help raise your kids, be there for them, be that father figure, and preferably you want to do that in a comfortable, secure lifestyle environment as well, as your needs are changing. 50 to 65, here the focus is more on wellness, spiritual, having worn the t-shirts, got all the badges. Now you're going into that more stable section of your life. So celebrating your family goals, seeing the kids graduate, having grandkids, spending time with the family, sharing that accomplishments, downscaling your debt. So by that time, you should definitely start downscaling on the debt that you've got. Whether it is property, whether it is cars, whether it is toys, whether it is whatever the case may be, you're downscaling on your debt. You're assisting your kids with their startup and their independence. So they are going more to the 19 and 25 age group and above. And then the last one, how your environment should change or adapt as your needs change, is 65 plus. So that's when you want to look at quality retirement. As I said, it could be a much earlier. It could be between from the 50 range already. But how many people can retire at the age of 50 and still live to 80, and don't have a worry of a day? So quality retirement and independence. So you want to have financial freedom. You want that quality family time with your grandkids. Enjoy the traveling. So locality is very important. How far do you need to travel, to get onto an airplane? You want to have your debt paid up by that time. So we talked about it. You want your property to be paid up, your car to be paid up, all those big expenses that you were busy with throughout your life cycle, and as your needs change, you want that paid off. So you want a minimal low debt level so that you can live quality life from your pension, your property incomes, whatever income there might be. You want to have very little financial commitment. All right. So getting older is inevitable. So ensure that the estate you choose offers you the needs that you need when you're getting older. The relevant amenities, it's very important. Being close to hospitals, clinics, and all those type of things when you're getting older is not enough. Don't say, all right, I'm going to move in there because the hospital is just a kilometer down the road. That hospital has got no affiliation with you in that estate whatsoever. If that hospital can't help you, living next to it makes no difference. All right. So an on-site private care facility, being able to cater for each and every resident there. It doesn't matter how big the frail care facility is. We've got a 30-bed frail care facility on Celebration, for argument's sake, but they are appointed for Celebration. Their first priority is the residents of Celebration, so they can cater for 100 people inside Celebration, the comfort of their own home if they needed to. So that's very important. We spoke about the curveballs that life's thrown at you, that unexpected things. How have you mitigated for it? How have you planned for it? When have you started to plan for that unforeseen event? In your 20s, your 30s? Are you living a bit more on the edge and see, I'll deal with it as it gets there? Whose problem is it going to be then? Yours, your children, your wife, your husband? So by a quick comparison, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost done. By a quick comparison, I want to sum everything up and bring all the ropes together again. Excuse me. All right. So normal residential versus retirement estates. A quick comparison. So normal residential, you've got a busy environment, typical peak time traffic. It's the working class, it's the families that's living there, there's kids, different ages, different sort of lifestyles. In the retirement estate, it's peaceful. It's a quiet environment. There's many units in the estate. Remember, I did the comparison and the example for you with the 500 odd units. But you don't have that same sort of congestion. You don't have that same sort of noise levels. You don't have that same sort of frustrations, or whatever you want to try and call it, because there's a maximum of 2 people in the unit. On-site facilities cater for young adults, families. It's generally nothing exceptional. So why I say it's generally nothing exceptional, because every lifestyle estate almost focuses on the same things. Some of our lifestyle estates, we incorporate something, even a bit extra. So you've got jogging trails there, and you've got soccer fields, and you've got better lifestyle amenities. But most normal lifestyle estates cater for the family aspect, to have a bit of a clubhouse there. There's a central facility where you can go for a braai. There's a swimming pool. There's jungle gyms. There's all the basic things. All right. In the retirement estate, your needs have changed. You've moved away from those elements of the family aspect. You want the facilities catering for you and going forward. So that's where you want that community gathering. You want that lifestyle center. You want that restaurant, the coffee shop, the hair and beauty salon, the place where you can get together, the indoor heated swimming pool instead of an outdoor cold pool. You want that library facility. A lot of people love reading. Everybody still loves reading, I'm sure. So you want those sort of amenities that caters for you. Back to the normal residential, the units are not retirement friendly. So it means that if you are in a wheelchair for some other reason, you probably are going to struggle to get in and out of your unit. You're going to struggle to get up the stairs to go to your bedroom. The units don't have elevators when there are multiple units, apartment block buildings. It's not retirement friendly. On the retirement side, all single story units. The apartments all have elevators that goes up to the units. There's backup generation. Load shedding is yet to stay. So backup generation is very important. Make sure you've got that. But everything is wheelchair friendly. Everything is on the right gradient. There's no steps whatsoever. You will be able to get in and out of your house no matter what sort of physical condition you are effectively in. There's a limited generational value to a normal development. Supply and demand is normally nothing too special. You either buy the property for investment and you sell it again at one point, take a bit of profit, or you effectively buy the property and maybe it's with the intention that your kids live in it one day, but there's a limited generational value to it. Retirement property, it's the only property of its kind, ladies and gentlemen, that can be used as an investment. You can use it for your own use later on, or maybe first for your parents, maybe for a family member that requires something like that. Then you can use it yourself. Your kids can inherit it when you pass away, or when you decide that you're moving to something entirely different. And the grandkids. And so it's a generational thing. It never needs to leave the family cycle ever. Normal residential, it's normally a lower market resale value due to the numerous options available. So we talked about that supply and demand. It's a very weak demand with the greatest supply. And when you say weak demand, I don't mean because there's not a lot of people looking for security complexes, but there's just so many of them available out there that people are spoiled for choice. So your turnover of potential tenant, if you bought it for investment, a lot more, a lot higher. Very niche market on the retirement side. So it's very product focused, exclusive market, strong demand, limited supply, that future value, that future availability, those things that we talk about. You need to think about that. The resident queries are handled through external managing agents. Now, this is something that you don't even think about. You don't ask that question to your sales agent when you go and have a look at a property that you're potentially interested in buying. You don't ask your agent that and say, listen, when I've got a problem or when something happens, what is the procedures? How are things handled? So in your normal residential, the queries are handled through your external managing agent. They are not based on site. There's no central facility or a central reception where you can go to and log a query or pick up a phone and phone somebody and say, I've got an emergency, or press a button and somebody will come and assist you. You don't have that. It's quite standard. On the retirement side, there's a central reception in the lifestyle center. They are there for the residents. They ensure that the residents always have a direct point of communication or assistance. And then you've got all the other avenues as well. So if reception is closed and it's after hours or whatever, you've still got assistance available by the press of a button for that matter. And then excellent on-site security with the patrolling guards. Obviously, when it's a security lifestyle estate, there should be a 24-hour security facility there. But then we go one step further on the retirement side and we say there's extra security. So apart from the biometrics, the patrolling guards that you've got the panic and emergency button assistance, which is linked to medical facilitation as well as security facilitation. You've got the internal landline communication system. So everything is interconnected. You can pick up the phone, you can phone somebody, security or whatever the case might be, and everything is made so much easier.